Hello guys. Here is my lesson for really 6.4 and 6.5. Since they're the same thing, they are just solving problems two different ways. So I'm just gonna show you examples and show you that you can choose either one that you want. So 6.4 is saying to set up a proportion, right? The part over the whole equals the percent over 100, and then you cross multiply. Okay, so that's what 6.4 is saying. And then 6.5 is showing you how to set it up as an equation, which is really the same math. It's just whichever way you prefer to set up the initial problem. Okay, so I'm going to show you each example using this. Find 40% of $525. So if we set up the proportion, sorry if you hear my kids screaming, that's because I'm at home. So anyway, so 40% of 525. So first of all, I know this is the percent. So I know that number is going to go over 100. And then the of 525, that is the whole. So then I'm going to put 525 here, and I'm solving for the part right there. So then I cross multiply, right? So I get 100 times x equals whatever 525 times 40 is. 21,000, right? Divide by 100, divide by 100, and we get x equals 210. Okay, so 210 is 40% of 525. Okay, so the other way, which I kind of like more, but just because it seems less work to me, but again, choose whichever makes most sense to you. So we're going to use this equation up here where we're trying to find the part, because find 40% of that, it means we know the percent, we know the whole. So then we know the part is, and remember, this also needs to be the percent as a decimal. So 40% as a decimal, I'm going to move it two places to the left. So that'll be 0.40 or 0.4 times the whole, which is 525. And so when you do 0.4 times 525, then that should be 210. So notice they're the same thing. It's just how, and it's essentially the same arithmetic. It's just how you set up the problem, whether you want just the equation or set up as the proportion. So let's do another one. So we have MK Motors. They have 150 cars on the lot. Of these cars, 74% of them are new. So how many of them are new? So if we're doing the proportion, remember it's is over of equals percent over 100. So is this the whole or the part? Well, this is the total amount, right? They have that many on the lot. So that's going to be the total or the whole. And then we know this is the percent. So we know that's 74 over 100. So we're solving for the part or the is. So then we cross multiply. We get 100x equals 150 times 74, which is 11,100. We divide by 100, we get, I move the decimal two places to the left, so we get 111. Okay, so that's how you do the proportion. Now, if we're doing the equation, if you remember, the equation is the part equals the percent as a decimal times the whole. So here we're solving for the part. So the part is going to be the percent as a decimal times the whole number, which is 150 cars. So then that will be, should be 111 too. So we just go 0.74 times 150, and it's 111. So same thing, just one's a proportion, one's an equation. So let's do another one. Oh, I think that's the last example I have. Yes, this is. Okay, so we have 126 animals is 18% of what number? So if we're looking at the proportion, we have is over of, or the part over the whole equals percent over 100. So 126 animals is 18% of what number? So it means we don't know the whole. We don't know the total number, right? So we know the 126 is the part over, we don't know the whole, and then we know it's 18 over 100. All right, so then when we cross multiply here, we get 18x equals 126 times 100, so I'm going to add 2 zeros, 12,600, and divide by 18. So then 12,600 divided by 18. I was saying the wrong number. 700. Okay, and then let's solve it the other way. So this is the part, right? Because we don't know the whole. So remember with the equation, we have the part equals the percent times the whole. So then 126 is the part. So I'm going to plug that in for the part. Equals, and then 18% is a decimal. Remember, I go divided by 100, so 2 places. So 0.18 times the whole, I don't know. So I'm going to just put that as x. And then now I solve for x by dividing by 0.18. Dividing by 0.18. So 126 divided by 0.18 should also be 700. All right. So same thing, just choose which one you like and use that method. But it's important to know both ways, to know that they both work. And then now your 6.5 homework should be available for you. Thank you, and let me know if you have any questions.